Welcome to Mat Yoga. I'm happy to do a little bit of yoga with you today. If you've got a towel, you could stop this for a moment and grab a towel. I grabbed a thinner beach towel, something that's thin but pretty long, or a scarf or a belt or something. Pause me and go grab that. That'll be something nice to have. To start with, you might like to put it underneath your hips just to lift the hips a little. You could sit on a pillow if you've grabbed a belt or something like that, or a towel or whatever might just help you sit up a little bit taller. Makes it a little easier for the spine to be tall and not quite so much effort there. You can let the shoulders roll back. Maybe let them roll forward. Then maybe wiggle the head around a little bit. And then just lengthen up through the crown of the head. You could let the hands rest on your legs with the palms facing down or facing up, or even your hands stacked one inside the other. And just let your eyes fall shut. If it's not comfortable to close your eyes, you could gaze down your nose, down toward the floor. And take a nice deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And just take a moment to go inside, noticing how it is that you feel this morning, this afternoon, whatever time you might be doing the class. What's your internal weather system like? What are you feeling physically? How do you feel emotionally or mentally? And just like you would check outside, out the window, or even walk outside to see what the weather's like, see if you can do that with yourself right now. Noticing if the stories come in, the judgment, the explanation. And see if you can instead just note what you're experiencing. I'm taking a moment to scan down from the top of the head all the way through the body. Notice how you feel. Is there anything calling for attention that maybe you could breathe into and use the exhale to help release some of the tension? And maybe today you'd like to dedicate your practice to someone, to yourself, to someone else, a group of people, humans in general. Maybe you'd like to set a dedication. And maybe with that dedication, there's a word or a phrase that comes along with it. I'm confident. I am peace. I am love. Any word or phrase that's coming to you that would support your practice, you could use that to guide this practice, this time to connect with yourself. And draw your attention to your breath, allowing the belly to expand on the inhale. And as you exhale, letting all that breath go. Inhaling, expanding the belly. Exhale, letting that breath go. One more like that. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, let go. On your next exhale, drop your chin to your chest, letting the weight of the head pull the neck forward. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Inhale, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let your head roll over to one side, letting the ear drop to the shoulder, the head relax over. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll your head through the center over to the second side, letting the ear drop to the shoulder, the shoulders relax down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll your head through the center and draw a circle with your neck if it feels good for you. If it doesn't, you can look right and left or up and down, knowing that you're in control of how big or small this circle is and at the pace of the circle. If it feels good to let your shoulders kind of move with it, your spine, feel free to do so. Pause and circle the other direction. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Noticing maybe even any of the music, the sounds that your neck is making. Lengthening back up through the crown of the head, helping to loosen up some of those muscles, some of the tension that needs to be let go of. And then take your shoulders and hug them into your ears. Deep breath in. As you exhale, drop them down. Inhale, pull them into the ears. Exhale, drop them down. And then just roll the shoulders back. And roll the shoulders forward. And then inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale your hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. Exhale the hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach arms go up. Exhale the hands down. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. Gentle twist to the side this time as you come down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale the arms up overhead, and then exhale your hands right down through heart center. Open the arms up wide to the side. Let your whole spine press forward, maybe lifting the chin if it feels good. Notice where the shoulders are. Pull them down your back, and exhale, round in. Inhale, open. Seeing if you can get the whole spine to move, maybe even down into the pelvis. Maybe you feel it rocking back and forth with you. Just moving in a way that feels good for you. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, round in. Wrap your arms all the way around you. Give yourself a big hug. You can tuck the chin and wiggle the head around a little if it feels good. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Notice which arm you put on top. Reach your arms out wide, and then put the other arm on top. Rounding in, tuck the chin. You can round the back. Maybe wiggle the head. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then release your arms. Let's switch the cross of the feet. Let the other foot come in the front. And then just to inhale, open up. Let the whole spine push forward. Pull your shoulders down and back. And then exhale, round in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And take one hand, your right hand, put it down on the mat. Reach up and over with the left arm. Notice this bottom shoulder. Let it drop away from the ears. You reach up and over. And then inhale, lengthen up. And exhale over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over. Finding lots of length in the spine as you reach up. And then exhaling over. Stay over this time. Creating that space in the spine before we reach up and over. Giving lots of space between the vertebrae. Let the head relax down, this bottom shoulder relax away, and then turn your top palm toward the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to reach through your fingers, lowering that arm down beside you. Pause. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, continue down. Pause again, really extending through the fingers. Take a breath in. Exhale, continue all the way down. Use the bottom hand to press the torso up. Head comes up last, and we'll reach up and over to the other side. Left hand down, right arm reaching up and over. Inhale, find length. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, find length. Exhale, over. Once more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, over. Stay over this time. Relax this bottom shoulder away from your ear. Reaching up and over, but let your head relax down. Turn the top palm toward the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to extend through the fingers, really reaching as much as you can with that arm. Pause, deep breath in. Exhale, continue, seeing if you can let the tension dissolve as you exhale. Pause again, deep breath in. Exhale, continue all the way down. Use the bottom hand to press the torso up. Roll the shoulders back. And roll the shoulders forward. And then if you've got a second towel, you can keep one underneath you. If not, and then you can grab the one that was underneath you or whatever you got to work with here. And if you don't have something, you can always just circle your arms. But if you do, grab onto it. I like the diagonal so that you don't have to hold on to too much. So if you're able to kind of just grab each of the corners, that might be helpful. And then take a nice deep breath in. Maybe I'll do it like that. Hopefully you can still see me. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale the arms down behind you. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale them down in front of you. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale down behind you. Inhaling up. Exhaling to the front. Inhaling up. Exhaling back behind. Inhaling back up. This time, keep the right arm up and use the left arm to help pull the right arm. So you're going to get a little stretch there. You're in charge of how much stretch. So do what feels good to you, but get a nice stretch. Take a breath in. And a deep exhale. And then take that right arm back behind you. Both arms are behind, and take the left arm up, trying to keep tension on whatever you've grabbed. And then bring the arms down in front of you. And take the right arm up. Exhale it back behind. Both are behind. And take the left arm up. And then bring it to the front. And then we'll switch that. So take the left arm up and pause for a moment. And we'll get that stretch through the arm. Take a breath in. And a deep exhale. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the arms down behind you. And bring the right arm up over your head. And then exhale it in front. Left arm goes up. Take it back behind. Right arm comes up. And take it around to the front. One more time. Left arm goes up. Take it behind. And take the right arm up. And then bring it around in front of you. Excellent. To relax that down, you can roll the shoulders a little bit. That feels good. Roll the other direction. We'll make our way onto all fours on your mat with the hands underneath the shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Take an inhale, lift your chin up and your tailbone up. Now on the exhale, round through the spine. Notice your hands. Make sure you've spread the fingers out wide and that you're using the hands to help, not just sitting in the wrist. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Pausing back in the center, pull in through the belly button. Extend your right arm forward, pulling in through the stomach. Extend your left leg back. Notice if you start to sag in the middle, pull in through the belly button. So you've got lots of extension in your fingertips and in the toes. And you can always keep it down low or even keep it bent if that's better for you. Otherwise, extending through the fingers, extending through the toes. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release that hand and knee down to the ground. Extend the left arm forward, right leg goes back. And again, notice the core, pull in through the stomach, and then use the right arm to press away from the floor. And just notice the strength that it takes in that right arm to help keep you balanced. You may find lots of wiggling around, and that's okay. Breathing in and out through the nose, finding your balance there. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Release that hand and knee back down to the ground. Walk your wrist forward an inch or two and begin to circle yourself around. If circling doesn't feel good, you can go forward and back. You can make these circles big or small. You're in control of this. You can let the head circle or stay still. Whatever feels good for you. Breathing in and out through the nose. Warming up through the wrists and the shoulders, the knees and the hips, getting that circular movement in the joints. Circle the other way. Make a little space in the joints for the synovial fluid to come in. Getting rid of some of that stiffness. Letting those joints be a little more fluid. And pause back in the center. Walk your wrist back so that they're underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. You can pedal the knees back and forth, letting one heel sink down and then the other. Breathing in and out through the nose. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. And bend your knees a little bit and press your chest towards your toes, nice and long through the spine. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, deep breath in and a deep exhale. And walk your hands back to your feet. Ragdolling at the back of the mat. You can grab opposite biceps if it feels good and maybe sway side to side. Use your breath to find some length. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Letting go of some of the tension, finding some length toward the floor. Then release. Inhale, half lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flatten out the back. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Wrap your arms all the way around you. Maybe you press the palms into the calves, or you can grab your forearms or your elbows behind you. Just squish yourself together. See if you can get the stomach on the thighs and the chest on the knees. Bending your knees as much as you need to squish yourself together. Take a breath in. A deep exhale. And bring your hands to your legs. Inhale, half lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling all the way up. A long, flat back brings you up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Deep breath in. Grabbing onto your left wrist, reach up and over to the right side. Turn and face you for this one, lengthening up and over. Deep breath in, reach up, and then grab the right wrist up and over to the left. Inhale, lengthen up. Keep your feet about 6 inches apart, so it's 2 fist width distance would be in between your feet. Let your feet be parallel to each other, so you might find your natural is with the feet turned out or in, but use your eyes to find parallel, even if it doesn't feel that great. But no pain. You pay attention to what you need. Lift up your toes. Keep the balls of the feet down, pressing down through the big toe mound, little pinky toe mound on both sides of the heels. And then spread the toes out as you lay them down on the mat. And then imagine that you could pull the mat apart with your legs. So feel that engagement in the legs. Let the tailbone lengthen down, belly button pulls in slightly. And then let the arms come down beside you with the shoulders down your back, palms facing forward for mountain pose. Imagine somebody's got a string pulling you from the tip of the head all the way up toward the ceiling. As you come up nice and tall, deep breath in and a deep exhale. And check back in with your feet. Can you still feel the four corners of your feet pressing down? Legs nice and engaged as you lengthen up through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. You can let the arms relax beside you. Shift the weight so you feel it forward in your toes. And then shift it back so you feel it back in your heels. You'll know if you go too far because you'll have to take a step. See if you can just go back and forth with it in the toes and then back in the heels. Come to center and then take it over to the right side and then over to the left side. And see if you can find center right in the middle where you can feel the weight evenly distributed between the feet. And not just from right to left foot, but also between the four corners of your feet, lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Pull the shoulders down away from your ears, and then begin to shift the weight forward into the balls of the feet. Let your heels lift up off the ground, and then go nice and slow, bringing yourself all the way back down. Go again. Inhale, lifting up, press through the balls of the feet. Exhale, gently lowering yourself down. And again, press down through the balls of the feet, lift yourself up. It's okay if you go fast on the way down, you'll get another chance. Go one more time. Press through the big toes, lift up, and exhale, gently lower down. And release your arms down to the side. Excellent job. We'll take warrior one with your right foot forward, taking your left foot back behind you. So notice your feet. You want to be on railroad tracks versus on a tightrope. So make sure you step the feet away from each other a little bit to provide some space there. So right foot's facing forward, your left foot's at about a 45-degree angle, angling toward the front left corner of your mat or the room. Pull the right hip back, left hip goes forward, and then you can just notice the direction of the knee. Does it turn in automatically? Push the knee toward the pinky side toe of the foot so the knee's going the same direction as the toes. Reach your arms back behind you, roll the shoulders back, pull them down away from your ears, and you can take the eye gaze toward the ceiling or even lift your chin. Check in with your feet. Do you feel evenly distributed weight-wise from the front foot to the back foot? Lengthening up through the crown of the head, squeeze the back leg up nice and tight. Take a breath in. And a deep exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, reach your arms out wide to the side for warrior two. Bending that right knee so that the right thigh comes down toward parallel, right knee going the same direction as the toes. Your back toes are turned in just a little bit in front of the heel, not too much. But notice if you're reaching forward or reaching back, line the shoulders up on top of the hips. Extend through both of your arms and then take your eye gaze past the fingertips. Right beyond your front fingertips. I am brave. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Squeeze your front leg tight for triangle. Both legs are straight. Reach over that front leg. Bring the right hand down. The back of the hand pushes against the leg. Bring your left hand to your waist. Use this arm to help you spin your heart open toward the ceiling and really lengthen through the spine. So it's fine if you're up here. Pay attention to how you feel through the core. Maybe lengthening further if that feels good for you. This left hand can stay right on your waist, or you could extend it up toward the ceiling, but notice what feels best. And then what's best for your neck? Would looking down at the toes feel better on your neck, or looking up toward the ceiling, or stay looking forward? You find what feels the very best to you, and then breathe in and out through the nose. Take a deep breath in, and a deep exhale. Bend the front leg, reach your arms back out wide, and then turn your right foot in so it's parallel to the front of the mat, both feet parallel to each other. Pull your shoulders down your back, lengthen up, and then hinge yourself forward, flat back, straight legs. Let your hands rest anywhere on your legs that helps you to keep your back flat. So you could be up tall. If it's just impossible to get your back flat and you find that you're rounding, bend the knees a little bit and then see if you can extend the back. And then maybe you can straighten the legs, maybe they stay a little bent. Maybe you can come down a little further. If you start to reach through the floor and you feel yourself round, just lift back up again. Shift the weight forward so you feel it in the balls of the feet as well as the heels. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in, deep exhale. Bring your hands to your waist, pull the belly button in and come all the way back up with the flat back. And then we'll take goddess pose. Turn your toes out and your heels in, and then squat down in between your feet, letting your tailbone lengthen down toward the floor. Belly button pulls in, so shoulders are stacked on top of the hips. Bring your arms out, make cactus arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a breath in. Exhale, round in, forearms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open up wide. Bring your hands back down and press yourself to standing. You can walk your feet back together. And then we'll take the left side. Warrior one on the left side. Remember that you've got some space between your thighs, that you're not on a tightrope. So left foot forward, right foot back behind, pointed at a 45-degree angle. Left hip pulls back, right hip goes forward, and then notice the direction of the left knee. Let it go the same direction as your toes. Extend the arms back behind you, roll the shoulders down away from the ears, and you could take the eye gaze toward the ceiling. You can lift the chin if that feels good. Breathing in and out through the nose. I am strong. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, reach your arms out wide to the side for warrior two. You may find a little longer stance helps you here. Turn the toes in just a little bit on the back foot. Front knee goes the same direction as your toes. Soften the shoulders away from your ears and take your eye gaze past your fingertips toward the front of the room. I am brave. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Keeping the back leg nice and strong, noticing the direction of that front knee. Push it toward the pinky side toe of the foot so the knee is on top of the ankle. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Straighten up your front leg, squeeze it up tight, and then lengthen forward over that front leg. Bring the left hand down, right hand to your waist, using the back of the hand to help you spin your heart open toward the ceiling. You don't have to go low, just see if you can get the spine. So notice if you round down to try to get lower, lift it back up and lengthen through the spine, letting your left thigh bone keep reaching back to the back of the mat to help you lengthen your heart forward. Lengthen the chest forward. Where's the best direction for your head? Eye gaze down toward the toes or up toward the ceiling. You can extend this arm up if you choose. Breathing in and out through the nose as you open up in your triangle. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Coming all the way back up and turn that left foot in so it's parallel to the front of the mat. This time we'll interlace the hands behind us. Palms together, make a fist, and then open up your chest by squeezing the arms together. Your fists together, trying to get the wrist to touch. And then lift up through the heart and hinge yourself forward, flat back and straight legs. Don't have to go far. Just go as far as feels good to you, keeping your back flat and your legs straight. So if you start to round, lift yourself back up. Shift some weight so you feel it in the balls of the feet and the heels. Breathing in and out through the nose. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in, deep exhale. Bring your hands to your waist, pull the belly button in, come all the way back up with the flat back, and then you can walk your feet back together. Staying up toward the top of your mat, and take your right foot. Eagle. Reach your arms up overhead. Let your palms touch. And then swing your right arm under your left, crossing at the elbows. So you can grab your shoulders from here. If it's comfortable for you to keep the elbows and press the back of the hands together, you can. If your elbows come undone, then cross them again and just come to the shoulders. Press the back of the hands. You can bring the right hand around again if that feels good for you. You can squat down. You can stay here. You could take your ankle and your right ankle over, cross the right ankle over, or the right knee over, if that feels good. You could even lift the foot up and hug it in, or wrap it around again if that feels good for you. Lift up through the heart, pull in through the belly button, breathing in and out through the nose. Then you can lift your elbows up, triceps coming parallel to the ground. By far the pretzeliest thing that we will do. Being patient with yourself wherever you are, breathing in and out through the nose. As you release, reach your arms up overhead and extend your left leg out in front of you. The heel could be on the ground, or you can lift it up a little bit, or maybe a lot. Whatever feels the best for you. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your arms down behind you, palms facing forward, and take your right toes back. The toes can be on the floor, or you can lift it up off the ground. You're looking for a straight line from the crown of the head down toward the foot. So not leaning forward, but feeling that pull back. If it's comfortable for you to continue to lift the leg, you can. It will cause your upper body to come forward, but remember not to bend forward. Nice, long, flat back. Deep breath in and release. You can walk that out. We'll do the left side. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Swing your left arm underneath the right. Cross at the elbows. You can grab onto your shoulders. You could press the back of the hands together, or you can continue to wrap the left hand closest to your face where the palms are together. Take a breath in. You can stay here or squat a little bit. You could stay here or take the left ankle across or the left knee across. Hug that foot in, maybe even wrap it around behind. Lengthen up through the crown of the head, nice and tall. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Then lift your triceps up so they come parallel to the ground, feeling a little different stretch across the back of the shoulders. And then we'll extend the arms overhead and the left leg out in front. And again, heel could be down. You could lift it a little bit or up high, whatever's best for you. Take a breath in. Exhale, send it back behind you, finding it's going to feel like a back bend as you squeeze the shoulders behind you, palms facing forward. Toes can be on the ground, or you can lift them a little bit or continue to lift them up even higher, whatever feels the best to you. Continue to pull the shoulder blades together, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And then gently release the leg down, and you can walk it out a little. Excellent job. Let's take tree pose. Plant your left foot down. We'll take the right foot out to the side. Turning the knee out, your toes could stay on the floor, or you could pick that foot up high or low, above or below the knee. Hands to your heart. Notice this thigh bone. If it's sticking out to the side, hug it in to keep the pelvis level. Hands at your heart. They can stay here, or you can reach them upward, whatever feels best to you. If you feel very steady here and you want to close your eyes to challenge your balance, you can. If you feel challenged already, stay right where you are and breathe. I am connected. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Finding something steady to focus on can be a huge help to our balance, even a vertical target out in front. Bring your hands to your heart and bring that knee in and down. And we'll take it over to the left side. Plant the right foot, turn the right knee out to the side. Toes can stay on the floor, or you can pick that foot up high or low, above or below the knee. Hands to your heart. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Hands could stay here or reach them upward. Notice that thigh bone. Hug it in. Keep the pelvis level. Eye gaze can maybe be toward the ceiling if that feels good for you. I am open. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, deep breath in. A deep exhale. And bring your hands back to your heart. And bring that knee in and down. Now let's come up to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Arms go up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. A long, flat back brings you down. Inhale, half lift, flatten your back. Exhale, hands to the mat. You can drop your knees to the mat, or you can stay on your toes, pulling in through the belly button. Lower yourself down, seeing if you can get the belly and the chest to touch the floor at the same time. Underneath your shoulders for Sphinx pose. Pressing down through the forearms, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Let your tailbone lengthen down towards your feet. And if you're feeling any more pressure, you can in your low back, you can always walk your elbows more forward. Just finding this position that feels good for you, breathing into the low back. Deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Stack your palms, let your forehead rest on the back of the hands, wiggle your hips, and then just surrender to the floor. Let go. And then press yourself back into Sphinx pose again, finding that place that feels good for your low back. Lengthen the tailbone down, eye gaze down the cheekbones. You could stay here, or if it feels good for you, peel your belly button off the mat, seeing if you can keep your hip points down, but the belly button peels off. So there's a difference in just lifting your butt up in the air. I want your pelvis to go down toward the floor. So we get that strong interconnection of the belly button to the spine, working those deep core muscles. You could keep the hips down, or you could peel them up off the mat, but continue to lengthen the tailbone down. Watch for your butt to stick up in the air. Keep curling the tailbone down. You could stay there or lift the thighs up. Stay there or even press through the tops of the feet, lifting your knees up off the mat. Doesn't matter where you go, just find that place where you can work the deep core muscles. And then go nice and slow and bring your body back down. Belly button comes back to the mat. Lengthen back up through the crown of the head in your Sphinx pose. And then stack your palms, wiggle the hips, and then just surrender to the floor. Let go. Bring your hands underneath your chest. Pull your belly button in, see if you can get it off the mat. Then see if you can lift your belly and chest off the mat at the same time and press yourself into child's pose. So knees can come forward a little bit, big toes together. Knees are separated, and then push your hips back. And you can use any support you need in between the legs, underneath the knees, both. You could stack something underneath your head, or you could stack your fist and put your forehead there. You could stack your palms, or your forehead. If it rests easily on the mat, you can relax your arms beside you or out in front of you. There's a lot of options for child's pose. You want to find the one that feels the best to you. Letting your whole body just rest, particularly breathing into your low back. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, a nice deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Just taking a moment to check back in with yourself, noticing your internal weather system. Working to just bring our mind and our body together for this time that we practice yoga, yoking, mind and body, breath and body, connecting ourselves. Taking this time to check in just for us. And gently round yourself up, bringing your legs out in front of you. We'll make our way down onto the floor. Use the sides of your legs to help you roll yourself down, laying your spine down on the mat, nice and easy, letting your back rest down on the ground. Take a breath in and a deep exhale. Turn your palms to face over, so the palms are down on the mat. Pressing down through your feet, lift yourself up into bridge pose. Keeping your neck nice and long, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And if it's too much for you, you can always go up and down if it's too much to hold. If you're okay here, see if you can keep spinning the inner thighs in and down toward the ground. Breathing in and out through the nose. And gently lower yourself down to the mat. Let your back rest down on the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Create a diamond with your legs. Letting your legs open up to the sides. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in. A deep exhale. You can use your hands to bring your knees back together. Take your right ankle across the left leg. Flex the right toes back toward the knee. This may be stretch enough for you and you can stay here. If you want a little more and you want to put your foot on a book or something that you might have, you can. If you want to use your towel to put around behind your leg or whatever you got, the belt or something to help you pull it in, you can do that. If you're comfortable with just connecting your hands behind the leg, you can do that as well. Let the shoulders relax down. Flex the toes back, and then you're just looking for that stretch in the right hip. Let the tailbone reach toward the floor and pull your knees in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in and a deep exhale. And take that whole shape over to the left, just about ½ inch or inch. See if you can find a little different stretch in the hip. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. And gently release the right leg and we'll switch. Take the left ankle to the outside of the right leg. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Flexing the toes back. Breathing in and out through the nose. And taking whatever option you need to get the stretch on this side. Know that this side will probably be different for you. You'll feel it a little different. That's true of most of us. We feel one side very differently than the other from our repetitive motion on one side versus the other. But just breathe into the hip right now. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. You can take that whole shape over to the right, maybe a ½ inch or so. Find just a little different stretch in the hip. Deep breath in. A deep exhale. Keep the ankle where it is, but place the right leg back down on the mat. Reach your arms out to the side with the palms facing down to anchor yourself down on the ground. And then let both of the legs fall over to the right side so that your right leg lays on its side, the left foot flat on the ground. And then let the left knee push towards your foot or toward the end of the mat. You could keep the eye gaze toward the ceiling, or you could turn your head to look past your left fingertips. If this is too intense, you could always put this right leg on something, a pillow or something, or just skip it. You take care of yourself however you need. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. And press through your foot, bringing yourself back up, and we'll switch. Take the right ankle across the left knee, flex the toes back, and then go slow as you lower the legs over to the left side, letting your left leg lay on its side, right foot flat on the ground. Let the right knee press forward toward the front of the room, towards your mat, front of your mat, and then let your eye gaze go past your fingertips if that feels good. And just breathing in and out through the nose, gentle twist through the spine. And then bring your legs back to the center and extend your legs out long for your final Shavasana. If it's not comfortable to have your legs completely flat, you could put a pillow underneath them, or you can always bend your knees. Sometimes it's nice to walk the feet wide and let the knees knock together. So just some options. Let your shoulders tuck under and your palms face up. And then let your eyes fall shut. If that's comfortable, or gaze down the cheekbones. You could always put something underneath your head. You can lengthen the tailbone down towards your feet to create a little more space in the low back. You find something that feels good for you so that you can let the muscles just rest. Taking in all the benefits of your movements, of your efforts. Drawing your attention up to your forehead. See if you can relax any of the tension that you may feel at the forehead. Letting that just melt away. Maybe noticing the space between your eyes, seeing if you can let that tension melt away. Let your eyes rest in their sockets. Your tongue relax back into your throat. Letting the hips rest. Letting the feet fall open from the hips. And just resting completely in Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. A deep exhale. And gently begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. Maybe moving your head from side to side. And bringing some awareness to your body, but just stay soft in your body. And bring your knees in towards your chest. And you can gently roll over onto your side, pausing in the fetal position for a moment. And you can use your top hand to press yourself off the mat. Coming up to a seated position with your hands at heart center. Let your head bow to your heart. Just take a moment to pause. Check in and notice how you feel right now. And what's your internal weather system like? Maybe connecting back to your intention, to the affirmation that you started with. And bring your thumbs to your brow, giving gratitude to yourself for practicing today. And bring your hands back to heart center. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. I hope that you feel the benefits of your yoga practice. And I'll close with the word namaste, meaning the love and light in me honors and sees the love and light in you. Namaste.